Hello there, my name is Vayify and welcome to the Banished MegaMod 9 series that I'm currently doing. Today we're going to focus on three things. Actually, make that 3.5. The point 5 being I'm going to attempt to not kill a single person in this entire episode. Yes, that's next to impossible by my standards, but we're going to try. The other three things that we're going to do is education, farming, and some higher level production. Mainly, I think it's lumber or timber. I'm not too sure what it's referred to in this game because memory doesn't serve me, but I'm pretty sure it's lumber. The reason being, in the next episode, I want to share my plan, or you could call it vision, of what I want to do over the coming episodes. So if we just take a quick look at the map. Whoop, there we are. So I'm going to show you what I sort of plan to do, maybe in the next like 4 or 5 episodes. Just so you kind of know what's coming. Maybe you can give me some pointers prior to me actually getting to those points, which would be quite useful. Anyway, let's crack on. I've just noticed that the dog chicken breeder is now active. Does this produce eggs? I have no clue. But it's there, so I'll take it. I'm happy with that. That's not what I was expecting. What we're going to need is some pastures, crop fields, not pastures. And we'll use the basic one here. So if I remember rightly, 11 by 11 or something to that effect is a good size for a field. I can't remember precisely. Do you know what? We're going to drop 2 of these in here. Boom, there we go. And we're also going to drop in a pasture. So you're probably wondering why I'm putting a pasture in when we currently we have no animals. The reason being for me putting in the pasture is quite simply the livestock trader here. And we also have our seeds trader, which I think I did in the last episode, if I remember rightly. So the next thing we're going to do is education. So I'm going to drop this nice school in here. There we go. In fact, I might prioritize that. Where's the priority button? There it is. There we are. We've also got our lovely hunting blinds. These things are absolutely amazing. They're just powerhouses. They're going to keep me going until we get the farms up and running. Oh, and that reminds me. I managed to pick up herbs, which is absolutely fantastic. 1 farmer for this entire field. I feel like 2 is probably going to be more like it. So we'll get that going as well. We also have to think about nomads dropping by. So what we will do is we'll drop a couple more houses in here. That's really bad planning on my part there. That looks awful. But I'm not too worried about this. This is the old town. This is where we started. This will probably be switched to something slightly different as time goes by, because that's how life goes, I suppose. We redevelop. We also need a forester. We've got loads of different ones here. What are you? New trees. We'll use it because I kind of like that building. We've got a pasture here somewhere, haven't we? So maybe a little bit higher. We'll put that. Yep, I'll do nicely there for now. It may interfere later on, but for the time being, it's quite good. Then we need a sawmill. Are you under one of these? That's fuel. It'd probably help if I read the tooltip, right?
Oh, you can read? Well, who knew?
Aha, there we go. Construction, that makes sense. Sawmill. Ooh, water. Ooh, watermill. That's tempting. It really is. And we have different style buildings here. I want something a little bit more cozy. That will probably do the job nicely. So we'll put you there. That will be our lumber. So we got trees, lumber. We do have a little forest over here somewhere. There we go. Oh, they're probably... Yes, it's good. Oh, domesticated animal. Please carry on collecting those all day long. I'm more than happy for you to do that. But I feel like this forester currently is a little bit preoccupied by the stuff that's in their area. So let's... Where's almost all? There we are. Let's try and clear a little bit of space for them just to speed it up. Now we have our pasture going. I might just drop another builder in there too. Did we prioritize this? I can't remember if we did. I might just be tempted to job done. Okay, have we got enough reeds? Yes, we have. We have 20. As you can see, we also have a nice barn here. So I'm going to do a couple of things between episodes just to move things along, but nothing too drastic because I don't want you missing anything. And so far, we've not managed to kill anybody, so that's always a good thing in my book.
It's not a challenge.
I do love early spring. Just as everything turns back to green and we get some colours coming through. And I don't know if it's summer or not when the full colours come out, but it's so pretty. Oh, this is so happy to see farmers working away. Hopefully in the long run it means that we won't panic and run out of food, but For the time being, all we're growing is herbs, medicinal of course. Okay, we have another hunting blind here. Boom, drop somebody in, and oh, that's another one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 hunting blinds, 1 fisher person. That is perfect, which leaves us with 2 builders and 3 laborers. That's not a bad sort of position. How are we doing here? That's almost done. I would probably prefer that they prioritize the wood operation here before this, because we currently don't have any animals to fill it at the moment. But fingers crossed. One of the key things that I feel like I should always do, irrelevant of how my food is looking, is I see a trader easily distracted, is always like mark to get rid of some of this wild food. I say get rid of, but if there's anyone just not doing anything, it's just a great way to use your labor. Let's see what we've got here. I'm going to pause for a second. I don't pause enough. And for those of you that know Noble Rambler, a bit of a legend in these parts. It's been a while since he's uploaded anything, that's for sure. And he said it was nice to see me use the pause button. So I used to ignore it before. Ooh, sheep. That is good, because that means close. But if I remember rightly, we can go in here and order some different things. So I don't know what the difference between trade cows and normal cows are. I can't remember, but I'm thinking about getting some Frisian cows, because Frisian cows are milk cows. Milk equals cheese, and cheese makes me happy. But what else could we go for? Llamas, that is a form of wool as well. I think we'll go for those 3, and we'll just put in just once. But now we need 600 per sheep, and we need at least 2. This is going to be painful. Oh no, another trader at the same time, and another. Oh my god. Well, straight away I'm going to dismiss that one, because oh, peach seeds. Wait, peaches are trees. So as much as I want those, not really at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch the seed trader off. Although actually, let's empty this. Okay, so we're going to try and get 4 sheep. I could go for more, but that will take a little bit more time. So I think we'll try and go for 4. We only need another 182 to complete this. So we can probably get away with adding some more charcoal. And there we are. 4 sheep. Absolutely. It took everything that we had. I'm going to remove the charcoal out of there, and we'll drop this back down to 1 worker, I think. This one has 1, we'll put it to 2. There we are. So now we have some sheep, which means we can put in here 4 of 11. Perfect. We'll chuck a shepherd, I guess. A shepherd? I'm sure it's a shepherd. Was it sheep, or is it just a shepherd in general? Not really sure. We also have our school built with a teacher and 1 student. Perfect. We need to get these houses potentially built as well. We have the forester. Aha, you've moved from over here. Do you know what? We'll probably just remove this one for now, because I think it's probably better off just to have this bigger one, and probably put a few more people in here in the long run. We've not yet had our nomads, so no real rush for these, but we may need a couple more houses. But aha, speak too soon. Here they are. How many? How many do you think it's going to be? Well, I could probably work it out if I looked at the population up there. 10. Yeah, we'll go for that. 10 is fine. If I make a couple of them builders, like so, I may, just for good measure, put a couple of houses in here. Well, I'll put 1 first, see how that goes. We will then prioritize this one because it's currently there. We have food, which is also good. And I think when it's this time of the year, we definitely need to be collecting wild foods. I feel like I'm going to repeat myself on that topic, but it just makes sense. Anyone that's not doing anything, get out there, collect some food, and take some pressure off our lovely hunting blinds here. So we don't really need that just yet. Wooden house is done. There we go. So we're in autumn, so they're starting to harvest this. I've switched off the pickup because I want any spare labourers to come and collect this stuff. I like the fact they've gone round the edge first. It's kind of pretty. I like that. Hopefully next season we can get something else to plant other than herbs. I mean, I know this helps their health, which is here, which is great. And their happiness isn't too bad. Do you know what? We don't have a priest. There we are. And we probably need a chopper as well. So we're going to start working our way through our through our logs, because I think they're using charcoal in the houses mostly. Yeah, and that's really meant for tools, but we're in a reasonable place for tools, so it's not too bad. Where are the sheep? Why are you here?
You. Great sheep on Vay.
That's interesting. Okay, I guess they'll move when they feel like it. Right, so all those houses are built. We have no homeless people. Perfect. And we did drop another one there, so that's great. I'm going to put an extra person in there for now. And while we're at it, we'll do almost all. And just sort of help clear some of this rubbish, I guess you could call it, out of their way. I mean, they will come and remove this over time. We need to sort of figure out our stockpile situation as well. And there goes the sheep. 1, 2, 3. Are we missing a sheep? Did we not buy 4? What the? Come on, Dolly. And there they go. Lambs to the slaughter.
At least it's not your citizens this time.
Okay, so that's going. That's made me really happy. Like, I like the fact we're starting to produce. Builders, I can probably drop that down to 1 now, because it is only this one building left and a house. We'll check a priority on the what is this building? The lumberyard. We don't need it just yet. This is sort of in place ready to start getting those bits of lumber ready for the more advanced buildings once we get over here, because that's what it's all about for me right now, is just to start building up some of that infrastructure ready to build the town itself, and I'm really looking forward to that. That's when I start decorating and things start to come together, and it doesn't just look like some ragtag thing that I've just plonked down just for the sake of it. The good thing is though, I'm remembering and learning as I go along, so hopefully once we get to actually building the town, it will come together quite nicely. This is super useful. So we've got chicken, and duck. This is a poultry run village. But I suppose we've got some sheep now, so we'll get some lamb. I just had a thought. Why don't I check the town arrival? Doesn't it show me my food? It's one of these things here somewhere. It's, you know, when you don't look at things very often, I'm sure it doesn't it give you a graph of food and how much you've been using? Or production. Here we go. Food. So this will include the herbs that I'm growing, unfortunately, I think. So used and produced. Yeah. I mean, it's not looking too bad, is it? Now this is a bit of an issue. What is going on here? Why is nobody like, where are the farmers? Surely. Enabled. Farmers take harvest to storage. Default. Disabled. Laborers take harvest. Well, there's plenty of room. I don't understand what's going on there. What the laborers doing? Well, I have absolutely no idea what happened there, but as you can see, half the crop died. Oh. So you decide last minute to come and do this. So we lose half the crop and then you come and, okay. I think maybe, and I could be wrong, all the laborers are oh, there we go. That's just absolute madness. I'm tempted to leave that on for another season because we currently don't have any food. Ooh. I was about to say any seeds. Barley. Ooh. Okay, I think it's time that we order something that we actually need. Now, barley is something I could process later on. I mean, I'm tempted, but I think we should just look for some stuff like tomatoes and lettuce and that sort of stuff. Oh, even Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. I am one of those people.
Yes, you are one of those people.
Okay, I stuck a few things on order for next time, so hopefully we'll get something that we can actually use right now, because I don't want oats or anything like that, because I don't want to have to process it. I just want simple, like tomatoes, lettuce, like I say, that we can just come and harvest and then eat, which is just perfect. And here we are in early spring again, and guess what? We've not killed anyone. This is going absolutely perfectly. Maybe not for you. I'm pretty sure that you love to see things going wrong, but this is good for me so far. I'm sort of impressed with myself.
Quick, someone get this man a gold star.
Okay, we have some freezing cows, which is brilliant, but we don't really have much to sort of trade at the moment. So I'm just going to pin that and leave that there, and we'll work that one out later. I mean, the sheep are coming along nicely. We've still got our full. We haven't managed to kill any of those yet, but obviously once they get to the 11. We'll start processing the sheep. Processing, is that the correct word? I don't know. It sounds a bit kind of clinical, doesn't it? And not very nice. But I guess that's what we end up doing to them. The things are going absolutely perfect at the moment. I've had no major issues. Nobody's died, which is the most important thing. So I think that is a good time to call this episode. Thank you very much for watching. But until next time, as always, take care.